All right, where's my Gen X nerds at? It's time for Dungeons and Dragons talk. So I was 10 years old when I first discovered Dungeons and Dragons, and this is late 70s. So it was first edition. They called it Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, and that's all they had. My friends and I discovered it. I don't even remember how, but like fifth grade, sixth grade, we became obsessed. We started playing all the time, and it was the best in our heads because where else can you and your friends gather and basically make a movie? I mean, it's all in your imagination, and it's nothing but some dice and some rules and your imagination and the storyteller, who is the dungeon master. So as soon as I learned the rules good enough, I had to be the dungeon master. I wanted to set the tone and tell the tales and create the environments that my friends would adventure in. And we just had these epic classic adventures. It was the best. And you play it as a kid. You can play it only so often because you got school, you got parents, you got life getting in the way. You don't have the ability to just meet up. But like late teens into 20s, yeah, you can start meeting regularly. And I had a group of friends, and we would meet pretty much every Friday and play Dungeons and Dragons for hours on end. And it was the greatest. And I stopped eventually because, life. And so I was so privileged and honored to be invited to write a book for a Dungeons and Dragons campaign that is actually out in the public, called the Black Ballad. It's from Storyteller's Forge, and they created this huge adventure set in the afterlife. So basically, when the whole party dies, this adventure begins. And so what they did is once that book was out, they decided to round up some authors and invite them to write fictional fantasy stories set in this Black Ballad environment. And I did. It was great. I had a great experience. They're an amazing publisher to work with. And the book comes out June 6th. It's called To Slay a God. And it is classic D&D style adventure, big stakes, big adventure, big action, but a lot of comedy, because we all know when you play Dungeons and Dragons, it always descends into chaos and comedy. So yeah, I'm really excited about that coming out June 6th. I'm going to try and work on a book launch, maybe a book launch party or festival in Southern California. Not sure what to do with it yet, but I'm getting there, and I will have more details to come. So if you were a nerd back in the day, check out the Black Ballad and check out my book, To Slay a God. Anyway, nerds out.